Thank you for tuning into Tanaka TV, the best and future biggest fight channel on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button. We're trying to get this channel to over 2K subs by the end of the year, and we cannot do that. This channel cannot do that without your support. So thank you for those who support this channel, and thank you for those who will support this channel. I truly appreciate it. Now, I know that I haven't been posting as frequently as I usually do on this channel. There's a reason for that. Go check out my new channel called Darren Tanaka TV, DARAN TANAKA Over there, I'm going to be posting like more just random stuff. I'm going to be gaming, doing like fun challenges, just doing more stuff that is outside of the MMA realm. I feel like you guys need to get a better picture, a bigger picture of my personality. I can't necessarily show all of my personality when it comes to MMA analytics and my viewpoint on MMA situations. It's very like boxed in. But let's get right into this topic. Jon Jones has basically announced his retirement after this fight with Stipe. Now, I've been seeing a lot of opposing viewpoints on this. There are people who are upset with Jon Jones because he won't be fighting Tom Aspinall. At least he's not planning on it. And they feel that, you know, there are other fighters out there that could possibly be a matchup for Jon Jones, like Tom Aspinall, like Alex Pereira. And I get that. My viewpoint on it is, I think Jon Jones really doesn't have much else to prove at this stage in his career. Now, let me explain why. Jon Jones is at the age, how old is Jon? He is 37 years old. So now, Jon Jones is at the top of the mountain when it came to his prime. You know, when he entered into his, I feel like he's been at the top ever since he was in his mid-20s, really, all the way up into his mid-30s. Let's be honest here, people. We have not seen a true dip in Jon Jones' performances. Sure that there are performances that you may look to and said, hey, like that wasn't the performance. That was your best. And we've got to show some grace, right? We've got to show some grace that not every fight is going to be your best. Yet he still won. When you look at fights that you may potentially see him as on the losing side of the fights, when it came to the Dominic Reyes fight, or maybe the Alexander Gustafsson fight, his first one, you may say that, hey, like he might have lost that fight. I would disagree with you. I think that every fight that he won. Even if it was a close match, I feel that he was able to edge out his performances and was able to get the dub fairly throughout his career. And so I feel like Jon Jones doesn't have really anything else to prove. He's at the later portion of his career, and he's beaten the who's of fighters. And I've said this in plenty of videos. I have mentioned this man's rap sheet in many videos, but he's beaten Cyril Gane, Dominic Reyes, Thiago Santos, Anthony Smith, Alexander Gustafsson, Oben St. Preux, Daniel Cormier, Glover Teixeira, Chael Sonnen, Vitor Belfort, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, Quentin Rampage Jackson, Mauricio Shogun Rua, Ryan Bader, Vladimir, Brandon Vera, Jake O'Brien. The list really goes on. He's beaten a killer's row of fighters, people, since 2008. He's been beating killers. So we're talking about what? We'll say close to 15 years of handing out beatings to fighters. Not just fighters. People who are legendary. people who are Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, he's beaten. And so, is it fair to say that Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall? I don't think it's a duck, people. I think that Tom Aspinall just so happened to come around at a time where Jon Jones is looking to head out. And we've got to view it fairly. That Jon Jones is at the end of the road. Unfortunately, when it comes to his time in the UFC. His almost 15-year time in the UFC. And so after he fights Stipe, after he probably will beat Stipe, in my opinion, it doesn't surprise me that he wants to head on out. Sure, there is the Tom Aspinall fight. Sure, there's the Alex Pereira fight. But when you feel it's your time to go, then can you blame the man? Do you want him to extend his career and possibly be at the downfall of his legacy? We've seen plenty of fighters who have stuck it out a bit too long. Way too long. Look at Anderson Silva. Even though Jose Aldo, he's still doing his thing, look at him. Look at Tony Ferguson, who's probably the most outlandish situation when it comes to a fighter who has extended their time too long. I think somebody who was good at it, DC, he got out at a pretty good time. George St. Pierre, he got out at a pretty good time. And they stayed in just long enough to where they didn't tarnish their legacy. I think that's where Jon Jones is at right now. I do. Jon Jones really does not have anything else to prove. In many people's eyes, he is the GOAT. In my eyes, he is the GOAT. With a couple of other arguments. You could say DJ, Demetrius Johnson. You could say, in my mind, and I'm going to keep standing on this, Amanda Nunes could be in the conversation. I don't think she's in the conversation enough. Anderson Silva, you could say. But Jon Jones is at this point in his career where if he goes too much longer, he is at risk of tarnishing his illustrious double champ career. And I get it. If you're going to end your career, why not end it with what a lot of people think is the greatest heavyweight of all time, and that is in Stipe Miocic? I get it. And so, I don't think he's ducking anybody. I just think, in my opinion, that he is at a point where he's ready to chuck up the deuces. So comment down below, people, what you think about this. I know I'm going to get a couple people who are going to disagree with me, who are going to say, no, he's ducking Tom Aspinall. No, this man has never ducked a fighter in his career. He has beaten everybody who has stood across him in the octagon. Why would he duck anybody? Comment down below, people, what you think about this. Do you think he's ducking? Do you think he should stay in and fight Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira? And those would be ginormous fights. I get it, but we've got to look at the reality of things here, people. Age beats us all. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.